Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. I didn't even get to see what the title says. It didn't ask me for that normal thing at the beginning. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'm supposed to say that right. Okay, cool. The thing that normally pops up didn't pop up this time. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you message Ray and see if she would be willing to figure out my commands since you can't? Boomch. You have to admit, that was kind of funny. Waka waka waka. I know I've said this a bunch of times, but I am very encouraged by the number of pheasants I am seeing and hearing. Alright, we got the good camera going today. We've got gloves on. We've got 19 layers of clothes. used to be around here like crazy. Never saw or heard a pheasant. And now it's the complete opposite. That's good because turkeys are dumb. Yes, that is very true. Well, I'm officially already behind schedule. We were supposed to have shot a deer at 7:10. That clearly didn't happen. So, it's just, I paused. I was trying to think back to all the years I've hunted. How many times, if ever, I shot a deer prior to the technical sunrise. I'm not sure I ever have. Honestly, I don't know that I ever have. It's always been after technical sunrise. It's been close, but I don't think I've ever shot a deer in that 30 minutes of shooting time before sunrise, technical sunrise. And technical sunrise was 7:11 today. So that would have been first deer shot on YouTube and first deer shot prior to sunrise. But alas, here we are. Now technically after sunrise, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, I want to say it was like 7:30. I don't think I was live for very. You know what? Because last year. Now I gotta try to think. That was first weekend. It wasn't daylight savings time until Saturday of opener. if it was Saturday or Sunday. And that would make a big difference because I want to say it was 7:30. But if it was if it was prior to daylight savings, 7:30 would. 7:30 would have been in the 30 minutes prior to sunrise, I believe. But I don't think it was. I think it was like 7:30 now. But I could be wrong. Hey, thanks, Kellen. Appreciate it. Welcome in. I should be working. We're gonna get our morning hunt done. With any luck, we'll bag one this morning. We're gonna go back to the man cave and do some work. Maybe take a nap. And then come back out this afternoon if we don't get one this morning. I mean, technically we could come back this afternoon, even if we get one this morning. Nice, nice. Whereabouts are you from? Bismarck, North Dakota. Nice. Do you guys get mule deer there? I can never remember how far east the mule deer really come. Or if they stay more south than west. mule deer, a nice mule deer buck is one of the things that I would love to take someday. Okay, got it, got it. Have you guys gotten snow yet? We had some flurries. Oh, what's fun is I just got a new client in eastern Montana. I just went out and visited them. What was it? A couple months ago, 2 months ago. Yeah, yeah. We've really just had some flurries here and there. But nothing. Like a little bit would stick on the window of the truck, but nothing to stick on the ground. But yeah, it's gonna be in the 50s, and I think Friday's gonna be 60. Which is stupid. Yeah, they're in Sydney, Montana. Which was surprisingly nice. I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna walk into a tiny little hodunk Montana town, and we freaking drive up, and it's all nice. I was like, what is this? I think we stayed in Dickinson the night before because we were afraid we weren't gonna find a hotel in tiny little Sydney, but lo and behold, they're not all that tiny. Where are the feeders located? No feeders here. We're technically hunting over the feeder right now, the field. There's an all-you-can-eat buffet of soybeans laying on the ground. I was actually very surprised at how many soybeans get left behind after they combine. Oh, it was it was a shithole. I think that was the first time I've been to Dickinson. My dad had a place in Mott, North Dakota. For a number of years, we went out there a couple times pheasant hunting. Thus the name. Yeah. Oh, we've got a few weeks left of hunting if we need and so choose. Our first ice spearing weekend. Must be a squirrel. We have got the first ice spearing weekend tentatively scheduled for the end of November on Lake of the Woods. If I have service, I will obviously stream that. But we're only a few weeks, hopefully a month away, a month and a half away from some ice fishing and ice spearing streams. It's not huge, but yeah, family private land. Couple hundred acres. Let's see how well this works. So we've got the field that way. Swamp is over here. Swamp is in front of us. We're kind of focused over here. Yeah, you can spear on Lake of the Woods, yep. You can spear on any lake that has muskies. You just can't spear the muskie, obviously. But we don't get to spear walleye like you guys do. I've never speared Lake of the Woods. This will be my first time spearing on Lake of the Woods. I have no idea what to expect because I think it used to be that way here, Kellen. It may have changed. I don't know, maybe a decade ago or something like that. But I think it was the same here where if there were muskies on a lake, you couldn't spear it, but that's all changed. Much to the muskie fishermen's chagrin. But yeah, I don't know what to expect spearing on Lake of the Woods because all I know about that lake is that it's shit brown. It doesn't strike me as the type of water to be spearing on. So I have no idea what to expect. You know, I often ask myself, if we could spear walleye, would I spear walleye? And my initial instinct is no. But then I ask hell's the difference? If I'm gonna spear pike, why not spear walleye? Danny, funny story. I couldn't find my grunt. So I have to run into town after the morning sit and get one. That was the plan. And my rattlers, I thought I left them out on the stand, but apparently I didn't, so they're not here either. So we're just going old school. Right, yeah, right. Dude, the rules that they come up with sometimes. You literally have to scratch your head and say, was there a quota? Did they have a quota on we have to change 3 rules this year? I don't know. I'm gonna, if I had to just guess, I would say no. But I don't know. To my knowledge, the only thing I can spear in Minnesota is pike and rough fish, and they just cut what's considered a rough fish basically in half. We used to be able to spear eelpout until last year. I think that became illegal last year. I've yet to catch a stupid eelpout, which makes me so mad. Every year, every winter, I'm gonna catch an eelpout this year. We went to Lake Winnipeg last year. My cousin got 3 of them. I had nothing. I'm like, what the hell? And he's got plenty of eelpout in his life. I'm like, you asshole. Oh, right, I know. When they took them off the rough fish, I'm like, come on. We used to have eelpout fest in Brainerd. And there would be, oh God, thousands of people out fishing for eelpout. Right? It just seems like, yeah, well, we have to make it seem like we're doing something, so we need to change at least 3 rules this year. It's like, what the hell? No way, really? What's up, Buzzard? What's up, Soggy? The last year of eelpout. That's crazy. I remember driving past. I was driving to a different lake. Because on Eelpout Fest, we would always Wait, what? I would be very surprised if it comes back. If it comes back, that means somebody's funding it. Because that was the whole thing. They stopped doing it because the city didn't want to clean up after all the idiots on the lake. And the resort that put it on didn't want to do it either. That'd be cool. I still don't think I would ever go, but I think they give out I think they give out more DWIs on the lake that weekend than they do in the entire state. Frickin' Eelpo Fest, that's crazy. Yeah, we'd drive past, we'd always go to either Red Lake or Cass Lake or Lake of the Woods that weekend. So we'd drive past all the festivities. Yeah, it was, yeah. People are idiots. I'm excited for ice fishing this year. I'm surprised we haven't seen something moving this morning yet. I know. Oh, there's a shot. There's finally a shot. Well, I guess it is. What is it, Tuesday? I forgot to turn my email notifications off on my phone. Boo. We'll have a good wind this morning and this afternoon for this spot, so that was a big blast. Couple big boomers. Bum, 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 bum. Definitely warmer this morning than it was last night. Holy balls. you still listening or around? If so, since we can't get the commands to work, can you drop the tiki-taki? So I have my first TikTok on this account was the buck that we shot in this field last year. Turns out his name was Bruce. And was a very well-known buck in this area. And the neighbors knew him as Bruce. Yeah, we're gonna have to call Ray, for sure. Oh, hey! It was delayed, but it worked. There you go, Kellen, check that one out. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I wouldn't have known any different if you wouldn't have said anything. Pheasants, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa. What here? Whoa. Yeah, Bruce was fun. He's a little tricky to hang on the wall because of the weight. The weight distribution tilts it on the wall, which I find kind of funny. But yeah, we've seen some nice bucks. There's a nice buck. If I had to guess, I haven't gotten like a super up close and personal look at the rack yet. But he was 60 yards away last weekend. right in front of us, just on the other side of the fence line, which is the property line. So we were screwed. I would say he's either an 8 or a 10, and he's a big-bodied deer. Oh, and then last weekend we saw same spot right across on the neighbor's property, walking on the edge of the swamp. Small 6-pointer. There's definitely some big bucks that get shot around this area. I was scrolling through Facebook the other night. Maybe yesterday, I don't know when it was. Somebody from this area, allegedly, shot a 17-point in velvet, which, when you read stories like that on Facebook, I don't know if you can believe half the shit you see. Half of it's AI. It looked legit, she looked legit, and it wasn't archery because she shot it with the gun. But I don't know how they actually managed to find a 17-point in velvet in November. Yeah, that was a fun buck to take with the muzzleloader. And to get it live, that was pretty cool. That was fun. What's up, Joe? I'm in central Minnesota. Yeah, definitely seen running activity, yeah. Yep. They are chasing. season bow hunting, we didn't see a single thing with antlers. I think we saw 4 bucks last weekend. Or this past weekend. We didn't hunt that. We didn't bow hunt the last week before gun opener. And it's like during last week that bam, they just started popping off. All of a sudden they're out scraping, rubbing. Chasing. East Central, nice. Yeah, I'm hoping today. Well, it looks like the weather changed for this weekend. At first, it was supposed to be rain both days, but we only ended up with one this past weekend, and it was a pretty small one. So I'm here trying to fill some tags. You had six guys to split with. You're not getting much off of one fawn when you're splitting that 6 ways. But we ate the inside straps and the back straps, or some of them on Saturday night. Holy balls. They were tender and delicious. There really isn't a whole lot better than fresh inside straps. Seared on both sides, served rare. Ugh, just melts in your mouth. So yummy. But I could definitely feel the hunting fatigue starting to set in this morning. Trying to get up, I'm like, and I don't know what my deal was last night. I mean, it was chilly, but it wasn't like, I guess I don't know what the temp was last night. I gotta look what the temp is. Oh crap. What does the temp say? 26. I think the feels like was like 21 this morning. And I was like, oh god. Went outside to piss. I'm like, ugh. I could just stay snuggled up in my sleeping bag where it's nice and warm. Sleep for a little while longer. Start daydreaming about ice fishing. Every year, it seems like every single year at this time, I start getting the itch to build the spear house. And I try to figure out the most efficient, cost-effective, and lightest way to do it. And every year I come to the same conclusion. It's not possible. You can build a light one, but it's not going to be cheap. You can build a cheap one, but it's not going to be light. So what is the magic between the two, right? That's the key. Could you bolt together a frame out of aluminum? If it's an aluminum frame and you put plywood walls and ceiling. See, and I'm one of them that says I don't even need a floor. You can get those EVA foam things. That's what I use for the Eskimo. Just throw a couple of those down. So you save weight on the floor. There's gotta be a way. But then you find some on sale, probably got on Marketplace. Some old guy trying to get rid of his spear house. And you're like, I can't build it for that. I could just buy his. It'd be a hell of a lot cheaper and quicker. Gotta wait for Walleye to buy that new, what is it? The yellow fish house. The new one. Not Freybill. I think Freybill stopped making fish houses. Wow, not a single thing moving yet. But still plenty of time. Not even 8 o'clock yet. I will say this spot typically has been more of an afternoon, evening producer than morning. Of course, they say that, and then that's when last year we shot Bruce in the morning. But not very often do I don't know. I guess I think I see more deer in this field in the afternoon, evening. But we shot plenty of deer in the field in the morning, but it like singles. can't do the work until after 8:30 anyway. All the work we need to do, we have to wait. Thanks for the sub, John. Welcome in, welcome in. Once hunting season settles down a little bit, we'll get the podcast going again. I think we're going to be partnering with Box Creek Outfitters out of Wyoming. Gotten to know Jamie over the last few years. He's a great dude. InsideTheOutside.net gets you a link to his outfitter. Oh. Stream Elements is gonna do what it wants to do, when it wants to do it. Hey, thanks, I appreciate that, John. It's turning into a freaking beautiful morning, though. That's great. I love it. I needed this. I needed to just sit back in the morning and sit. I needed to relax a little bit. It's been high stress lately. Yeah, I'm in Minnesota. I'm in central Minnesota. You just found me randomly. I like that. Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. You're good. I don't mind asking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Open this weekend. So we got to put the bow down for a week. We had out Saturday, Sunday, all week this week. And then this weekend coming up. And then in this area, a break for this area will have a break for a week, I think, and then muzzleloader. I can't remember exact seasons. But either way, if we're still hunting, in 2 weeks I'll be disappointed. Hopefully we're on the ice soon. A converted grain hopper, that's awesome. I was looking at stands last night. Because I'm getting old, so I'm getting soft. And the totally enclosed stands, where you can put, a nice little buddy heater inside, they're starting to really sound good. And it's amazing what guys make deer blinds out of. Yeah, we'll be on the ice soon. I was just telling everybody else we've got our first trip planned to Lake of the Woods for spearing at the end of November. We are booked on Lake Winnipeg for the end of January. And hopefully we'll get ice sooner rather than later. And we'll be able to get spearing by mid-December, late December, which will all be on stream. Streaming the spearing is one of my favorite things to do. This is going to be our first year on YouTube. Yes, sir, spearing. We get the camera mounted right over the spear hole. And then we sit and wait. Yeah, I usually am using a live sucker minnow and then a decoy. Sometimes just a sucker minnow, sometimes just a decoy, but I usually run both. And sometimes I'll switch it up and use some teaser balls. But yeah, we'll be definitely do some spearing on stream on the weekends this winter. Maybe get a day off and sneak out during the day. Nice. Hey, John, I appreciate that. Well, I was just talking. We'll be doing a podcast as well. Did a podcast for a couple years on a different platform. Moved on from that. Kind of starting over on YouTube. But we've been streaming ice fishing, ice spearing, bow hunting, whitetail hunting, muzzleload hunting, summer fishing, you name it. I get that temperature overlay. Haha. Magic. It's a Stream Elements overlay. Same with the scroll bar down at the bottom. But we are streaming with, well, have a command for it, but Stream Elements doesn't want to work with the commands, but it's a Canon. I think it's a Canon EO R100 or Canon R100. Yeah. Ice spearing. Not spearing a deer. No. I mean, I guess technically shooting a bow or crossbow, you're spearing the deer. Hey! Maybe it just took a little while to warm up. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, dude, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's literally like deer hunting on the ice. You sit there, you talk smart. Maybe have a couple cocktails. My favorite people on my stream used to love it. I would bring my bottle of whiskey and I would float it like if it was half empty or half full. I'd just set it in the water in the spear hole and it would bob around. That was a good way to keep it cold. Have my half a full bottle of Screwball. Just pop it around my spear hole. I'll have to switch over some of those TikToks of the spearing TikToks over to this TikTok account. I am notorious for, like, one of my plans for like a TikTok or a YouTube short is gonna be a collage or collaboration or of all of the shit that I dropped down my spear hole. Speakers, rods. I fell into the spear hole last year trying to go after my rod. Frickin' pike came in, hit the decoy, hit the sucker minnow, took off with it, pulled my rod in. I went down to reach for it and I went ass over tea kettle into the spear hole. All live on stream. Post and blooper. I know I have all the clips. I have them all in a folder. I just gotta find the time to do it. I've been working stupid hours lately. It's been, shoot, some weeks have been close to 80 hours a week. Sitting here right now at 8:15. Yeah, rip the JBL speaker. That will have to be one all on its own, I think. such slow motion too. God, I'm still mad. That was a nice speaker. Maybe that's what I'll do this week. At night, I'll spend some time making a YouTube short out of all the ice fishing bloopers. I'm trying to remember how many times I've... Yeah, I know. Oh God, no. It was literally, everything was happening in slow motion. God, it's awful. The worst part is that we didn't have any freaking music anymore. Although I'm guessing on YouTube I'm not going to be able to play music. Unlike the other platform, they didn't really didn't seem to care other than clips. I guess it would block out parts of the audio from the replays, but I don't know. I guess I just had to try it. We don't know. We're just getting going on YouTube, so I don't really know what to expect. For all I know, I'm going to get banned. I have no idea. Not a single thing moving this morning. What the hell? That was unexpected. This is so far unexpected. We'll have to play the crappy non-copyrighted music. No more. Can't play Eminem anymore. We'll have to find somebody new, like called Milky Way. The non-copyrighted white rapper. pheasants. I kind of wish I didn't have to work the rest of the week. Normally I take this whole freaking week off. I should have. Well, I mean, I work tomorrow and Thursday and I'm off. I'm supposed to be off on Friday. I appreciate all you guys that have been hanging out, if you're hanging out. So far it's been a pretty good move to YouTube. Been pretty happy. Good people. I'm gonna have to go in and get me a slice of Casey's breakfast pizza, I think, this morning. It's been a couple years. Oh, it's nice out. Not cold at all, actually. What's up, Jason? Surprisingly, have not seen a single thing move this morning. This is the first time in a long time that I've not seen something. Was it Saturday? I think we saw 6 or 7 in the morning. We saw 9 in the afternoon in this field. We saw 2 here last night. Oh, it's probably a lot warmer in Arizona. I appreciate the good luck, though. This is just the beginning of our YouTube life. We were just talking about that. We got ice spearing and ice fishing coming up. Bow hunting so far this year. Technically, we have plenty of bow hunting left if we want or need, which I'm not opposed to. It just depends on the weather. I'm not going to sit out here when it's 0 degrees. Because if it's 0 degrees, there's ice. And if there's ice, I'm going to be on the lake. Throwing a spear at the pike. So be sure to hit that subscribe, like, because we'll be back with plenty of action. Big boy, little stand. Oh, absolutely, Soggy. Dude, I can't. I'm pumped. I can't wait for sturgeon fishing again. I'm excited for that. I told Walleye He bought it for Lake of the Woods. like a drop house, spear house. Like a black hole or what? Are you coming with for that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. I've been freaking looking. Nice. I didn't know who was all going. He just said him and was it John? I've been looking at the heart. I want a heart-sided one because I want to put a. I'd love to put a heart-sided one up, so I don't have to frickin' set up every single weekend or every time I go. It'd be nice to just go, chisel out the hole, be done. Hell to the yeah, of course. I love Red Lake, especially early ice Red Lake. I'm excited for ice. I can't wait. Oh, there's the neighbor driving up to his house. Or his wife, at least. Hopefully she doesn't come trudging through with her horse. Was it last year she came bouncing through on her horse during gun season? No blaze orange on. It's like, you are flirting with disaster there, Missy. Her name's not Missy. I don't know what her name is. It might be Missy. For all I know, I have no idea. I just know she doesn't like hunters. Hey, Zane, I appreciate the suggestion. Never considered that. Never thought about that. my main goal is meat right now. I have. Well, we can only take one buck per year, no matter what archery, gun, muzzleloader. I personally have 2 tags, so I can take 2 does or a doe and a buck. I could get a 3rd tag, but I don't need a 3rd tag. But I'm targeting meat. There's, yeah, the backstrap. We just had some backstraps on Saturday. Backstraps and inside straps. What's up, Benny? There's one buck that I've seen. Well, I saw this weekend a couple times. I think it's the same buck, but it's a nice buck. I'd shoot it. And then there's some that always saw the 6-pointer on Saturday. I hope he stays away. I don't want the others that hunt here to shoot it. They will. They don't care. But everybody else around us is trying to do as much as they can to let the small bucks grow up a little bit. But you gotta get everybody on board. But ultimately, the answer is Zane. There's a couple stands in the woods, and I don't want to get very good cell signal for the Bella box, so can't stream it. And this spot was hands down the most active, and has always been. I'm in between 3 swamps, multiple bedding areas. I've hunted this land for many, many, many years. I know the patterns of the deer. Prior, during, and after rut. So we are gonna sit here this morning, see what we saw. It's the first time in a long time we haven't seen a deer. I haven't been this morning. We did some rattling this weekend and last week. We'll bring the antlers out this afternoon for the afternoon hunt. I'll do some more rattling, some grunting. This morning was just kind of a bonus. Try to get out here. See if we could knock one down before we had to do a little bit of work. We'll do some work, run some errands, go get some coffee, and we'll be back out this afternoon. And yes, I'm going to be hunting this same spot. Like it or not. swamp right there. Did that again. Hopefully it stayed connected. At least, yeah, it did. Swamp there. There's a swamp here. And technically back on the back side of the field back there is another swamp. Pretty quiet morning though. But it's nice out. The sun feels good. Here comes the sun. Near. The sun feels good. Well, the plan was to shoot one at about 7 a.m. this morning. That has not panned out. gotta try again this afternoon. Which is okay. I don't mind. So we're shooting going on to the north. Did see some spear houses on Marketplace in this area. Maybe if I run some errands, I could stop and look at a couple of them. I definitely think we're gonna see some deer tonight. Maybe tonight's the night we catch some fornicating on stream. Stop. Make them have a time. I don't think the neighbors did very good this weekend. I'm not sure they got any. think they're targeting. What's up, Cetra? What up, dude? I think they're targeting big bucks. They've seen a lot of small bucks in ponds. So they're letting those little guys go. How you doing, dude? Hey, Stream Elements woke up again. Thanks for that sub, Josh. And anybody else that it didn't notify me. I appreciate the subs. Stream Elements has barely been on a little crack this morning. Free coffee. Where are you staying at a hotel? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Well, I bought a Spiro. That's awesome. Oh, stretch. Oh, crap. I didn't even think about that. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. I forgot it was Tuesday. If I'm just being honest. Hey, what's up, Paul? Yeah, I'm hoping that there's ice by then. I heard that there was thin ice. Hoghead, no, we're just gonna watch this stupid shit. Just to piss you off. As a matter of fact, I sent a memo out to all the deer and said, don't come around. Don't come around. Let's make Hoghead just stare at a field. Because that's how hunting works. They just show up anytime you want. How's it going, Paul? Yeah, I know. It was fun to see the flurries this weekend, though. Well, that's the second and third set of sirens that, he probably fetched you. Well, I mean, get educated. If you want to stick around, if you're interested in hunting, maybe you are a hunter. If you're a hunter, you should know that, hey, sometimes you have to just sit and wait for a while. If you're interested in hunting, stick around, you might learn something. If you're just gonna be an asshole and get the fuck out. I'd love to have 20 deer standing in front of me. Yeah, this is a little offshoot. It's a 5-acre offshoot. Oh, you mean members? I don't know. I don't even know if I'll monetize it, to be honest. I don't know. Not for a while. I think to be able to monetize, you gotta get a crazy amount of views. But yeah, this is a 5-acre field. That's an offshoot of a bigger field. This is 5 acres. The other, I can't remember how big the other field is. But this was soybeans this year. Nice, nice. How big was it? If you're in central Minnesota, we saw a really nice buck on Saturday. Didn't get a great look at it, but I saw him. I think it was the same one. Saw him twice. It's a nice deer. I'm guessing maybe 10, big 8, maybe 10. What was that? I thought I saw a little flickering. Small 6, hey, it's meat. It's meat. Um, I mean, that's it. Back to numbnuts up there. One of the reasons I do this is to expose people to hunting and fishing and ice fishing and ice spearing. Learn. Don't just be ignorant. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I'm just a normal freaking dude out here hunting. I love hunting. I love fishing. But anyway, central Minnesota. If you ever need, when you're bow hunting or crossbow hunting, West Central trackers, do not hesitate to call them. They are phenomenal. I know them very well. They're a great group of dudes, and they've got some amazing dogs that will track down. Battle Lake, oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know that I've ever been on the actual lake, but I've been to the town. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, a lot of those guys are in that area, the St. Cloud area. They're phenomenal. They've tracked well, I know one of the guys really well. He's been on my podcast twice as a guest, talking about dog tracking, which is fascinating. They do such an amazing job. I'm very glad Minnesota made that legal. I think every state should make it legal. Nice, nice. I'll keep me posted, dude. Get a different view for a little bit. That's where they've been mostly, in that, walking around that swamp. Wobble, 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 wobble. Yeah, I saw that. It's gonna be, what, 60 or 60 something on Friday. 50s on the weekend. Originally it looked like it was gonna be raining in this area all weekend, but as of last night, looks like it's gonna be nice. So it'll be a good weekend to sit again. We'll do some hunting. I think we got a couple chores to do around the farm. Close a few things up for the winter. That doesn't sound good. They came in blazing with sirens, and they're now leaving blazing with sirens. Godspeed, whoever that is. Are you going this weekend? Nice, nice, nice. I think one of the spear houses I was looking at is in McGrath. On Marketplace. I'll have to find it again. Oh, God. don't have the magic touch, apparently. Email is starting to explode. If you guys have Discord, ponds are locked up with ice. Oh, it's gonna melt. It's gonna melt. Unfortunately, it's gonna melt. But yeah, I saw the pond that I'm looking at right now, just to my left, is definitely iced over, which is, I love it. Love it. If you have Discord, hop in the Discord. Just getting the Discord going. What about the website? Does that work? Does that link work? Best spot on YouTube right there. There's a website, you guys. Good old Stream Elements. I need to go take care of some work, but we will be back this afternoon. Hopefully, like, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, be my guess, hopefully. Appreciate everybody coming in, checking us out, hanging out, chatting. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. More whitetail hunting to come, more ice fishing to come, ice spearing to come, sturgeon ice fishing. We'll have it all this winter.